Let me just re-record. Okay, so one question I got asked is, what are the top three traffic sources right now that I'm using? So number one, I'd say top three for me is Twitter, Instagram Reels, and Reddit. Um, the best one is Instagram Reels by far, and then after that is probably Twitter for me, and then after that is Reddit. Um, Reddit used to be a lot worse for me, but recently, the past like probably month, it's changed a lot for me. 'Cause if you've been in the calls before when I've spoken about Reddit, you probably heard me say that I don't like Reddit too much, or it's not going well for me. And for quite a long time, I didn't really use it too much, but the past like month, after my business partner had an IRL model doing well with Reddit, I decided to put it onto our other models as well. And then I just thought I might as well give it a go, and then it actually ended up doing really good. And that's with the suicide method. That's basically where the way it works is you want to have an account where you don't even have to verify the account on like subreddits. You can literally spam upvotes, like a lot of upvotes, like 300 to 500 upvotes per post. Every single post on every single subreddit, like 20 posts a day in different subreddits, and then that's pretty much what you do. And then obviously it's called suicide method, so when an account gets banned, you should have more accounts ready to keep going, because accounts do get banned often when you do it like that, but obviously the traffic is good. So I thought you said Reddit was pay to win, where you need a moderator, not moderating most content. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you do have like a moderator doing that, then yeah, it will do a lot better. But it is pay to win, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Even if you don't have that, either way, like running Reddit is not that cheap. If you want to make a lot, if you want to make like 15 to 20k plus a month with one model, from Reddit, you do have to spend quite a lot. Like upvotes aren't cheap. Obviously, if you have your own private provider, you know how to do it yourself, then it's different. But if you're using a public provider, it's not that cheap when you actually add up. Can you guys hear me? Some guy just said he can't hear me, bro. This happens every call, I swear. But I think, okay, cool. But now, yeah, obviously, if you do have like connections to moderators and stuff like that with subreddits on Reddit, then it will be a lot easier for you to get way more subs from Reddit. But that doesn't mean you can't. That doesn't mean you can't do good with Reddit without that. Are you using TDM chat on your models? No, I'm not, and I don't recommend using them. People say you need trends, etc. for Instagram Reels, but I've seen a lot of pages just doing basic TikTok dances. Slash Sophie Rain Reels don't look that complicated to replicate. Maybe it's because she is so good looking that alone sells it, keeps the viewer watching. I mean, yeah, but like you also have to understand that she's got like the perfect body for a model that everybody like. I know so many people that don't do OFM that find her attractive, or even people that do OFM say that she's attractive. You know, like everyone thinks her body looks good. So, you know, an average man that's watching Rules all day that sees her is gonna get excited over that. So obviously her just jumping up and down is probably good enough, yeah. But like in my opinion, that dancing doesn't really do much for your model unless has got a very good 10 out of 10 body like that, like Sophie Rain. What you should be doing is focusing on a certain niche. So, well, that depends on how old your model is, what she looks like, and whatnot. But you don't really need to do trends. Like I don't even do trends either. In my opinion, there's not like, this gonna sound a bit stupid, but there's not really like exactly trends for Instagram Reels. Like things that worked a year ago can still work today, but it's just the fact that like it will only work if it's done correctly or done well. So, for example, there's this one trend that used to be popular on TikTok, where a model like just flashes her underwear really quickly. Like she will show her face and she'll show her underwear, and that was literally from like over a year ago on TikTok, and now it's a thing on Instagram Reels. and I get my model to literally make that like 4 times a day. Some of my models make that like 4 times a day because it works really well. There is also other things I mentioned it in. If you're in upgrade, if you go to King News right now, you'll see what I'm talking about. But it's a really good strategy for Instagram. It's basically posting nudity on Instagram Reels, but that's going to be a channel soon upgrade that I'm going to add soon. Not many people are abusing that, and it'll probably get patched soon. How many posts a day? I basically do 3 to 5 reels a day with my models. Per account, I do 2 a day. I do one every 12 hours. What was your preference on buying model contracts? If you mean like what type of model, then like UK or US, and like young, like 18, 19, 20 or 21, and obviously hard work, and she has to have like at least like 4 hours a day that she's willing to work. If it's less than that, then there's no point buying her. How many accounts should I post on Reels? It really depends on how much you're willing to spend and like what scale you're looking to do it at. Because per model, I do minimum like 30 accounts. But that's because like I know how to run it. I've got a big team that can do it. But obviously, if you don't have much money to run it, or you don't have the time to run it yourself, or you don't know if it's even going to work yet, then there's no point doing that many just yet until you can actually scale. Like I'd say start with like around 3 to 5. Start with like 3 to 5. See if like you've actually picked the right niche and your model's actually gonna do well on Instagram Reels. If it's doing decent, just keep growing, doing more accounts. But I do around 30 to 50 per model if they do IG Reel. Um, why not TDM chatters? They seem promising. Well, personally, I've not really tried them myself, but my friend my business partner basically, that I work with a few models with him on, he went to their office in real life and they lied to him about everything. They don't even use UK chats, they use Filipinos, and apparently they use like some AI bot to do it as well to make it cost even less for them to run. Which, if you don't know, AI bots for chatting isn't really the best option in my opinion. Um, so yeah, I just wouldn't recommend them because you can like you're paying them. I'm pretty sure they take like 25% or something, and you can get a chat that's probably better for like way less than that. So there's not really any point doing that. When you start a new IG rule page, do you do follow unfollow, or can you do IG paid promo like one new rules page with 100 slaves for a month? I mean, yeah, both of those things would work. You can either do follow unfollow on different accounts and then send that traffic to that real page, or just do paid promo. Obviously, the cheaper option is to just do mother slave yourself, but paid promo will work as well. One thing that a lot of people don't know about, I don't think I've ever mentioned this before on a call, so this is probably my first time mentioning it ever. No one knows about this. It's quite new, I think, but something that if you know how to use it correctly, it will help you a lot to boost your account on Instagram. Is if you're paying for a promo, if you've got like a big account that gets a lot of story views, when you share a reel to your story, like no matter whose account it is, the amount of story views you get will automatically get added to that reel. So let's say you get 1K. What is that, bro? I didn't even know you can do like a thing like that. But anyway, let's say you get like 1K story views on a different account, and then you share a reel from another page. That reel will then get 1K views from that story automatically, and obviously, those 1K views might not do anything, but it'll push out organically even more. So those 1K views will help it push out organically even more. Because of those views, it'll get pushed out more. Then you get more views, and then it's just easier to go viral, basically. So even if you're paying for paid promo, I recommend telling them to share a story. I mean, share a reel, so that if they get, for example, 20K views on their story, you'll get 20k views on your reel just from that, and it'll get pushed out even more. So yeah, I mean that was my first time ever mentioning that. I've not told anyone about that, but it's very good if you use it correctly. Let me scroll up a bit because I think I missed some questions. How many models do you think is enough for a beginner to handle? I think every beginner should start with just one and see how they do. Two at max, but I'd say around one. C. I'm not really. If you're talking about reels, like well, I was talking about reels earlier. I just have a very big team that manages those accounts. Do you do original content with model for reels, or are you doing face swap bay pages, or is reels with your model original content the best and most future proof strat? I mean, I kind of do everything. Like I have some, yeah, I do mainly do original content. I do have a few like AI face swap accounts. And I have a few bay pages, or whatever. But the best one is original content. But what you can do with the new update on IG, since you're not allowed to repost content, is face swap your model. Even if you just change her face slightly, like add more makeup or make her hair a different color, anything like that, you can do that to change the video, and then you can basically reuse content as well. Can I do 3 Instagram accounts on one proxy? Yeah. AI chatbots are bad. Yeah, I agree. TDM take 5k up front too. Yeah. It's I mean it's up to you, bro, but I don't recommend. Like I've heard good stories about them as well, but from what my business partner that's seen them in real life has said, I would not recommend personally using them. But at the same time, some people have told me that they're alright. So, um, I feel like I missed some questions. Let me scroll off again. I've just reset a password to a previous model's TikTok account. Is there a chance it is shadow banned, or is there a way I can get it popping again, or is it quicker than better to just make a new account? Um, I mean, unless it's got more than like 20k followers, it's better off to just make a new account. But the thing is, like, a lot of people say bullshit like that. Like, just because you change the password, it's automatically the account's ruined. That's not true. It's not true at all. Like, obviously, it is better for the model to handle the account because recording on TikTok is better anyway. Like, rather than you uploading from your camera roll. If you record it on TikTok and upload it to TikTok, then it gets pushed out more anyway. But just because you changed the password and logged in doesn't mean the account is ruined forever. That's not how any platform works. A lot of people say that, but that's not true. It's just little things that might affect the account a little bit, but like I said, it doesn't mean like it'll never work ever again. Um, Frosty, I would if you're Spanish, bro. Like, I mean, you can either if you live in Spain, then I'd recommend trying to find him in real life because that'd be an even better option. But if not, then yeah, I mean, obviously you can make your TikTok like Spanish related and then find girls through that or through IG. Another good way to find Spanish or like Spanish speaking models is just through ads. Like to find girls that speak Spanish on ads is very cheap compared to getting like UK girls or US girls. So I would recommend looking into ads if you want to get Spanish only girls. So I think that's a good idea. But Do you need to create IG with fake followers and fake results and create a fake UGC video and run boost ads on it, and that's how you get models with cold emails, bro? I mean, yeah, but like, there's so many ways to get models, bro. That's not the only way. Obviously, like, you're just saying the basic of like making an Instagram account and running ads, like, yeah, but that's not exactly how it works. There's more into it. Um, that is one thing I'm working on in Upgrade. I'm making a new channel very soon about how to get leads coming into your DMs like for free. It's one of the easiest things ever, and as long as you're comfortable talking to a camera or at least talking into a mic, then you'll get models for free. It's very easy. But like I said, I'm keeping that for the private section only because no agencies do it really. Like, only the big agencies do it, and it's very easy, but no one really thinks to do it, I guess. Um, do you need a personal relationship to be able to start a contract with a model, or can it be anonymous? If you mean anonymous by she doesn't even know who you are, then no. Like, she has to actually get to know you and know more about your like company, your agency, who you are, stuff like that. Because for all she knows, you could be a random like Indian scammer behind your account. What channels are you running? Are you still in Filipinos, or have you found a better nation? Yeah, mainly Filipinos, but I've been working with a very specific team for quite a while. Like, there's been ups and downs with them, but I've managed to get through it, and I've stuck with the same like sort of. I've basically got a family of VAs. Like, they're literally all the same, like brothers and sisters, like cousins and shit, and they've all worked with me for like nearly 2 years now. Like, ever since I started OFM, I've been with them. Um, there's been times where I've literally fired them because I was angry, and then I just ended up training them even more, and at the moment they're doing pretty good. I signed a model like around a week ago, and I started. I'm doing one marketing strategy that is not actually in Upgrade at the moment because I'm testing it first to figure out if it's good or not. And I'm doing $500 per day with this model with just this one traffic source. So I'm gonna be adding it into Upgrade soon. I've not told anyone that I'm doing this. I've not even told my friends that I'm running this shit. I've told like one mentorship student, I think, like one mentorship student, because we were talking about something, and then I told them. But like, I've not told anyone else what it is. Even though, like, obviously there are people that do it, but not many people have like are starting to do it just yet. But it's pretty good, and it's working very well for this model. I feel like I got a little bit lucky, to be honest, but either way, she's getting like she's currently in like $500 a day from just this one thing, and it's it's very easy. It literally takes me like 10 minutes a day. Um, are you completely off of TikTok right now? I remember the Dean Indigo like reposting straight on TikTok. I'm not sure if it still works. Not really. It doesn't really work anymore. I mean, it does work, but not as good as it used to. What I recommend doing for TikTok is literally just letting your model handle one account, and that's it. Like, the best strategy for TikTok is to literally let your model have her own personal brand, one account, maybe two, and just focus on her scaling that account, doing TikTok lives, like actually building a personal brand, not jumping up and down showing off her boobs or her ass, like literally just building a personal brand on TikTok. Long term, that will work a lot better than trying to get 10k views by flashing your boobs on TikTok, because that doesn't work anymore. My YouTube video talks a lot about what to do on TikTok now. There's a YouTube video that talks about it. It's I mean, it's not that different, but it's just the main thing about TikTok now is that you can't really show your body too much, at least in like a sexual way. If you do, then you won't really get views. Um, Is £800 for a model a decent price or a scam? Can work 6 hours a day. It really depends on the model. Like some models might be worth £100, some models might be worth 5k. You know, there's not really. I can't really give you an answer unless I saw the exact listing you're talking about. Mm. Do you recommend mastering one marketing platform or a couple of them at the same time? I would recommend. I mean, yeah, like I guess one. I don't know. It kind of depends on what your model, like what model you're starting off with. Because if your model's like willing to work 8 hours a day plus, and you're only doing one traffic source, you might not be putting a lot of effort into it. Like for example, if it's TikTok and it's just her posting TikToks, you're probably not spending a lot of time. So it kind of depends on the model too, but yeah, I'd say don't do too much at once. I'd say stick with like one to two, maybe three, three at most. I'd say like at the beginning, and then from there, just keep scaling. Um, do you recommend working with a channel agency or hiring your own team or chaz? Yeah, it is much better to train your own chaz too. I mean, like I always say this to everyone, like if you've just oh no assigned the model by accident, not by accident, but like quicker than you expected, and she's already making money, for example, then obviously you might have to get a channel agency for a bit while you actually, you know, plan out what to do with your chatting situation, whatever. But like for the long term, it is better to have your own chats, like training your own chats and hiring them on, because it's just a lot cheaper too. Like unless you're working with a chatting agency that only takes like 10%, which still is like I mean no 10% is not that much, but like most chatting agencies now take like 20%, even more. I remember like over like sometime like a year, maybe like a few months ago. My friend was looking for a chatting agency, and some guy said to him they take like 35%. And it's like, bro, 35% is literally that's basically like as if you're managing the model. Like the agency is taking a lower percentage of you from 50-50. Where was I? I completely wait. Because I'm gonna end the call in like 15 minutes. I'll keep answering a few more questions, but yeah, keep the questions coming. Let me try. Where was I? Is it Facebook? Nah, but I'll make a channel on it soon in the private group, because it is very good, and like I do know people that do it. It's not like I'm not like saying like I found this or anything like that. But it's not like that known. Like I don't really know many people that do it. I know a few people that do it, or at least are doing good with it. I actually know how to do good with it. Um, wait, what? Did you hear about that? You can't use the word OnlyFans to name your agency, like OnlyFans Miami agency. Heard about law issues with Phoenix about that. Or can you call your agency OnlyFans agency XY? Um, do you mean like your agency, or you mean like your actual company? I mean, either way, I don't have OnlyFans in my name. I don't think there's any point of having OnlyFans in your name, in your agency name. But um, I've not heard too much about that, to be honest with you. Can you please tell us more about how you set up the payments, or which payments you are currently using? It depends where she's from. If she's from, like, where's your model from? Because I think I saw you in King Chat asking something about Paxum. It kind of depends, because the thing is, I've said this quite a lot now. Like, if you're new here, you probably don't know, but I've said this on quite a lot of calls now. with a few of my models, the way I do it is very different to what pretty much everyone does because I have a few models that just trust me a lot, and it's basically where I have a Stripe account and I just add their credit card or like debit card details onto my Stripe account, so I can like manually take money from their bank when I want to, like whenever they take it out, whenever they have a payout. So it's like instant payout with like little fee. There's not like a, I don't know what the fee exactly is. I think it's like 5%, something like that, maybe 3. But obviously most people can't do that. I just have models that are fine with me doing that, I guess. But if I don't do that, then I either just do a simple invoice. If they don't want me to handle the banking on the OF, then I just do simple invoice through, for example, Stripe. If not that, then yeah, I usually do use Paxim if it's like, for example, a Colombian model. And the way that works is they give you the card, yeah. What was I saying? What was I just saying, bro? Um, oh yeah, about Paxim. Like the way it works is if she's fine with you having control of taking the payments, then you can make an agency business account on Paxim, and you can make the model account, but you can give her access to that as well if you want, or just have access yourself. And then you can take payments into the model account, and then you can send yourself the money onto the agency account, and then she can withdraw it, or you can just send her it. You can also do crypto through Paxim. I think it was Paxim, and then if she's not a fan of you taking or handling the payment, sorry, then it's pretty much the same thing. But instead of you sending yourself the money, then she just sends you the money to the agency account. Or like I said, you can do Paxim to crypto as well. How to convince your mother to do anal content? It's actually a weird one. That's actually like, even though that sounds a bit basic, it's actually a good question because so many models don't want to do anal content, and to be honest with you, most models don't want to do anal content. Like with my experience, at least, most models don't want to do anal content until they're making a lot more money. Like I have this one model, or have this one model that was literally on like 15 to 20k per month, and she refused to do anal for a very long time. But then once she hit like 30k, she was like, she said to me that she's willing to try out. I don't really know how you can convince them like other than that, because anal is a bit more, I don't know what the word is, but it is just a bit different. Like you can't really convince, like it's different to, just showing a certain part of her body. Yeah, like it is extreme, I guess you could say. Some girls don't like, don't actually even like don't like the way it feels and stuff. So oh my god, what do I do if my mother only films her IG reels in her bedroom? She's got chocolate wrappers in the background that's destroying. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I would say to drop her. Oh my god. What the fuck? Tesco meal. Nah, but if she's only doing it in her bedroom, with chocolate wrappers in the background, then I recommend asking her to do it either outside or like in the living room when there's like better lighting, maybe natural lighting, or even just use a ring light, and that should help. Because the thing is as well, with Instagram Reels and TikTok, is bro, that's just so funny. But the thing is with Instagram Reels and TikTok is like you really, the background and the lighting is like the most important thing ever. You're not gonna go viral with like for example with that, if she's in her bedroom and her bedroom has really bad lighting, no natural lighting, her bedroom's messy, there's a TV playing in the background, stuff like that. It's just not gonna work. Like, obviously, you might get a few thousand, maybe a few 10,000 plus views, but to get consistently like 100k plus, it's not gonna work in the bedroom like that. The best thing is to either just for the model to actually have a nice house or a nice living room, or just at least nice natural lighting. Bro, this guy just keeps putting in the chat, guys who can put me on. Like, bro, if you want someone to put you on, at least ask questions and just spamming the same thing. But anyway, um, but yeah, that's very important in my opinion. And obviously, if she can't do any of those things, then the best option really is to literally just get an Airbnb with the model for like a week, 2 weeks, even more if she's fine with that, and just literally spam the fuck out of making reels and making TikToks until there's enough for like 2 months straight. Content shoots are a game changer, yeah. Content shoots are like one of the main reasons why I was able to get some models from like maybe 10 or 20k to 30k to like 40, 50, 60k plus. Oh. The issue is she wants to be a swimmer as a boyfriend, likes to go on concerts in her free time, but I'll work something out. Oh man. Um, yeah, that's quite hard to deal with, to be honest with you, bro. I really hope that you'll figure out. Um, I saw some models pretend to feed a baby and a fake one, and showing their boobs in pro and direct. Who don't know if your model. That is one way of what I was talking about earlier about in the King News that I'm going to be making a channel on about how to show nudity on IG, but that is not the way. I mean, like that does work, but it gets very limited. It doesn't really go viral. I mean, sometimes it does, but a lot of times it does get restricted very easily. The way that I'm going to be doing it is quite easy to do as well. Probably easier than that because you don't have to order a fake baby, but it is different to that. But yeah, bro, if you want to get put on, join Upgrade as well. I don't use US SIM at all for IG. The only thing I use for IG is a VPN. I mentioned this in the Instagram channel. Who said that? I think that's John Cash. I can't see your name because I've got that streamer mode thing enabled, but um, yeah, I literally only use VPN for IG. I mean, I'm pretty sure Paxim you do. I'm not sure for Paxim. Do you need an actual company to make a like, business account? I'm pretty sure you do. Um, so if you need to, then you're gonna have to make an account, bro. I mean, not an account, an actual company. If not, then just answer everything. Like, if you don't have answers to questions, then it's probably something to do with making a company. So then you don't have to make one. I've not made one in a while, so I don't remember exactly what I asked, but yeah. What I mean, why is this good? But why is this only good for like, um, if it's less than like 20k monthly, maybe that you're receiving? Because my Wise literally got banned the other day, like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. It's very annoying, but an iPhone. I mean, yeah, iPhone X is alright. Why do people recommend iPhone X for IG reels? I think that's just what people recommend as the minimum. I don't recommend an iPhone X specifically. I mean, bro, the better phone like the better it is really. But I think iPhone X is kind of the minimum you should be using, only because like iPhone, I don't know, like 7, that's just too old, bro. You can hardly use that phone in 2024. I will. I think I'm gonna have to end the call here 'cause I've got a call in literally like 10 minutes. Um, yeah, I think I've answered most questions that I saw. If I didn't answer your question, just put in free chat. I'll answer it when I got time later today. Thank you guys for joining. See you guys later.